Hello everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Overflow. For those of you that don't know, we have about 500 unanswered questions written into the Crone. Now, we pick about 40 a month, but obviously until the Crone gets elected supreme leader of the planet, we're going to keep having problems in the world, and so we've decided to take some and address them here. Crone, how are we doing today? Not going to say anything?
Oh, I just figured there'd be an applause track.
Oh, we can totally add one.
Thank you, dearie. It's wonderful to be here.
It's amazing to have you. Why don't we get started today and jump right in with it with second place Sibling. Dear most vivacious Crone, I recently graduated from college and am searching for a full-time job. My older sister, the former golden child, is at a part-time gig currently. How do I stop comparing myself to her former perfection?
Well, I already know what you're going to say. Younger siblings are
Inherently superior, yeah. But I don't think she realizes that yet.
For starters, the only thing that comparison does is steal joy.
Ooh, elaborate?
Whatever you do, if you habitually compare it to others, it'll never seem like enough. And what this requires is what I call a back-end fix.
Well, now I'm interested.
I knew he would be. But what you have to understand is that this comparing is a habit. You do something, and then your brain goes, now go check it against your sister. You stop this by forcing your brain to focus on something else.
Easier said than done.
Of course that's the case, but that's because it requires a conscious effort. You stop doing something by not doing it. It's the worst part about these kinds of issues. You force your thoughts to be celebratory instead of related to your sibling or anything negative. Sibling, I'm going to challenge you. When you get that job, and you're going to, the first thing you're doing is going out with your friends to celebrate. Whatever that looks like to you. Foods, drinks, strippers, something positive, something to reinforce that you did a good job independently of anything else.
I love it. I love it. Moving on, we actually have a second sibling issue with Anxious But Hopeful, who wrote in and said, Dear Crone, me and my little sister are about to move in together, and I'm very excited about it. But I'm feeling a bit jealous about her having a stable job while I still need our parents' support to finish my degree. How do I stop feeling this way?
Another thought process habit.
Another thought process habit.
Well, if you want to stop being jealous of your sister, there's two ways. Number one is recognizing your degree is a job. I mean, you're a student. You're presumably not fucking around.
I mean, it's possible she's not fucking around.
Look, as long as you take your birth control and study, I don't give a shit. But if you really care this much, get a job. It's good experience for you, and it's going to give you a more tangible reward system as you earn your degree.
I mean, I'm of the mindset that everyone needs to work retail for at least a year before they can legally be considered an adult.
Exactly, sure, but what Hopeful needs to remember is that her main priority is her degree. We're just trying to assuage her feelings here. Part-time work, contractual work, whatever you can handle is just good experience for you. And at the end of the day, if you're jealous of something, let that be the fuel that drives you to go get it.
Alright, well, enough with the siblings. We have another write-in who said, Dear Crone, all of my relationships up to this point have been traumatizing. I've started dating a walking green flag who adores me, and I'm trying very hard not to behave like a feral cat. How do I allow myself to love and be loved?
Therapy.
You're never gonna guess what her sign-off name is.
Is it about therapy?
It's literally one word, actively in therapy.
Fantastic! That's 80% of your problem solving right there. And I really like this feral cat analogy because, like a feral cat, it's okay to regress a little bit. It's a learning process.
No one gets over the trauma in just one go.
Exactly, of course not. Part of dealing with this is recognizing when your trauma is bubbling up and your reaction to things is historical, not logical, and communicating your way through that. Fucking up isn't a crime. You're allowed to make mistakes too. And if this man is that walking green flag you says he is, you guys can talk it out. You know, a feral cat learns slowly. Your body and your mind will also learn slowly. Have that patience with yourself and expect that patience from him too.
You're never this nice to me.
Yeah, and what does that say about you?
We don't need to go that meta. Okay, our next write-in is from Barely Hanging On, who said, Hello, Crone. My mother is a psychotic and narcissistic mess. I love her, but I'm having a hard time trying not to lose my absolute shit. The smallest thing sets me off, and I have anxiety, so I have done nothing. Any advice?
Do I give the hard-ass response?
Yeah, give the hard-ass response.
Do something, anything. Your job isn't to fix her, it's to get away from her bullshit. She can spiral out, you go for a walk. Your anxiety comes from this belief that you need to fix your mother. That is too big for you. Long term, I suggest speaking to a professional. Everyone should. Short term, remove yourself from the situation.
You can always ask yourself the question, right? What makes you more anxious? Trying something, however small, or living with the situation forever? I know my answer.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. The solution to inaction is action. Changing anything is better than the status quo. Per your own feelings. Read the next one.
Alright, it's anonymous this time. Dear Crone, I'm 18, newly at uni, and struggling with a relationship that has hurt me many times in the past.
Oh boy.
We had a big talk, but I'm not sure if it's what I want anymore.
Spoiler alert, you don't.
How do I figure out what to do? She's also my first everything, though I'm not hers. I'm sad and worried, and if it's relevant, gay. Please help.
You dump her. You end it. Relationships are a choice, and if you're miserable, you leave them. You can always take the high road and maturely and calmly explain why things aren't working out, or you can tell her to go fuck herself, stick it in her mouth, and pull the trigger.
Jesus.
Yeah, ask him for forgiveness, not me. Careful though, if you aren't subtle enough about it, you might face disciplinary action from the school.
Well, hold on. She's her first. I understand why it's an emotional situation for her.
Do you know what makes you forget your first orgasm? The next 306. Excise that bitch like a tumor and make sure you get healthy margins. Fuck her friend group too.
All right. Well, lost lover needs your help too. So she said, "Hi, Crone. I hope you're well.
Thank you, dearie. I hope you are too.
I need your advice on my relationship with my boyfriend. I love him, I really do, but at the same time, I am tired of pulling information out of him and begging him to be open. I am really tired. We have talked about this at length, and he keeps saying he will change and doesn't. What should I do?"
You need to define what openness is between you two.
Yeah, this is a vague one.
Obviously, we don't know much about their dynamic, but I would suggest that he feels things differently than her. If he's a good partner, she feels taken care of, and they can solve other problems fairly well, it's entirely possible he just has other emotions or interpretations of a situation.
To be fair, a lot of men, straight men, don't have these complex internal dynamics. It's either awake, happy, horny, hungry, angry, or asleep.
Granted, for sure, but if that is the situation and you hate it, he's not going to improve. You can't teach men emotionality. They feel things differently, and if they don't have the tools to express it, you don't have the tools to teach them to do it themselves.
So you think they should break up?
I think she needs to assess whether he is communicating in the way that's most comfortable for him, or if he's communicating the best way he knows how, and if that isn't enough for her, move on.
I'm surprised you're giving this guy so much grace, like truly.
Only about communication specifically. Just because you feel like he isn't talking, you might just not be listening.
Well, I can't argue with that. Our next guest goes by Baffled and Bewildered and said, "Dear Crone, I recently got into a long-distance relationship with a guy I've known for years. I keep thinking of all the reasons it wouldn't work between us. Different wants, the age gap, etc. And it's making me realize he might be more invested than I am, and that I'm not sure what I want from him. What do I do?"
Okay, dearie, why are you coming to me if you have a list of reasons why it won't work out? Wants is vague. Are we talking where someone wants to live, in which case that's a discussion, or if you do or don't want kids, which is a deal breaker?
Ooh, and the age gap?
I care way less about the age gap than how they met. Was it a work convention and they're in the same industry? Who cares? They're adults. Was he her high school teacher? Yeah, sure, execution.
Fair.
Look, she's clearly not into the guy or she'd be asking how to make it work. You're clearly wasting his time, feeling guilty about wasting his time. End it.
Short, sweet, and to the point. That'll be good for People Pleasist, who wrote in and said, "Dear Crone, I've been off and on interested in this guy for a while, and recently I started really caring about him. Then a miscommunication that he didn't try to fix or apologize for got DFAX sent to my house. Now he's upset and trying to win me back, but I don't know if it's worth it. Help."
DFAX? What the fuck is DFAX?
Hey, it says DFAX. From what I could tell, it's an antidepressant.
So they had an argument, and that resulted in a prescription going to her place.
I have no idea. I was hoping you would figure it out.
Okay, well, the off and on bullshit makes me want to say no.
Wait, really?
Yes, it's such unnecessary crap. Nobody wants to commit, but you'll still fight like a couple. But if he's hot, good in bed, and wants you, what's the issue?
He didn't apologize for the miscommunication.
Okay, but did she? All we know is they don't understand each other and there are SNRIs involved. I have nothing to go on here. Fuck it. Okay, look. Go up to him, ask for an apology, and his response will let you know whether or not you should give it another shot.
Hey, you know what works for me? But let's see how you handle Hauntikins. Dearest Crone, my boyfriend and I have been together for 2 years. We had a kid together and our sex life is boring. We are very in love, he's just often too tired to put out. We do it like twice a month and my books aren't enough. Please help. I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, what am I gonna say?
Are you gonna let me take this one?
Go for it, my little protege.
When was the last time you made your boyfriend horny? When was the last time you tried to seduce him?
Exactly.
Listen, I am not claiming that men understand the whimsy of feminine sexuality. I'm just saying I've interacted with more than a few women who are convinced that if he's not constantly erect around you, he's cheating on you or gay.
I hate that I know what you're talking about.
You heard it here first, babes. It's not his job to fuck you. It's your job to make him want to fuck you. Tease him, play with him, flirt with him. Foreplay does not just belong in the bedroom. And please, for the love of God, make sure he knows what turns you on. Men love instructions. I would consider going to a sex therapist.
Hey. Isn't it also his job to seduce her?
Absolutely, but clearly she wants to jump his bones. His job is to make sure he's satisfying her, which he isn't, and that's why I said sex therapist. Hauntikins, if you've noticed a slow decline in his sex drive, that can be neurochemical. It could be depression or testosterone thing. Start with the therapist and move on from there.
I mean, what else is there to say?
Well, let's see what I can't with this be. Dear Crone, I hate my roommate and good friend's partner. Absolutely hate her. She said some stuff to me, and from my perspective is inconsiderate, emotionally manipulative, and doesn't treat my buddy well. My buddy's gonna move in with this person next year, but it's gotten to the point where I might have to explain that I'm not the one dating their partner. I don't like her, and I don't want to be around her. How do I do this as smoothly as possible?
Ooh, when was this submission?
December of last year.
Oh, shit, so they may have already moved in.
I mean, yeah, but most leases end around the summer, so it could be coming up.
Okay, well, this is tough because you might lose your friend. You sit him down and you basically say what you wrote. You don't want her in your house, you have every right to say that, but you might piss him off.
I think that's worth it.
Oh, absolutely, especially if this woman is that much of a cunt. But I'm just saying, they might still move in together, in which case you'll never see him again. What you wrote was good, but you cannot get more involved than that. Any attempt to do so will make it look like you're in love with him, which you might be, great, but you have to wait for that relationship to die on its own.
Drama, drama, drama.
It'd be so much easier if people just dated normal individuals.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching today. Be sure to check out our other responses in Dear Crone Wrapped and the Volthaken Times, and write in with your own questions, because they might be featured. For those of you that don't know, we are running a birthday special on our Cronium tier membership. From now until May 18th, take 26% off your first 2 months and join our growing Discord community, read our short stories, deep dives, and get all that extra content ad-free. Thank you guys, I'll see you next time.